y'all, so I get a lot of people asking me how I make my videos, how I edit them on the PS4 on Sharefactory. I'm going to show you guys here in this video what you're going to need. Obviously, you're going to need a PS4. You're going to need to make sure that Sharefactory is installed on your PS4. You can go find it in the PlayStation Store, I believe, or it's in your library automatically when you get one. And you're going to need a USB drive, and you're also going to need a PC or a computer. So if you don't have a PC or a computer or a USB drive, you are going to be very limited to what you can do. So if you don't have one of those, try to get one if you want to edit like this on PS4. Other than that, let's just go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you guys today. I'm going to show you guys how to make an intro. How I make my intros into videos. We're going to go ahead and just press play so I can show you guys the intro that I just made on my most recent video. Go ahead and watch that.
YOURE.
Alright y'all, so as you can see I have an intro made already. I save it and I put it in that video. I'm going to show you guys how to do this exactly the way I did it. I'm not going to redo this intro. I'm just going to do random stuff, but I'm going to show you guys how to make one from scratch and make one your own. So I play a lot of Siege, me personally. So whenever I go to make an intro, of course in the beginning, as you saw, I put Rainbow Six Siege, the logo, in the background. You can see it with the flying lights around it and all that good jazz. I'm going to show you guys how to put that in a clip. So in order to get it started, you're going to want to have a blank black background. Now, in order to do that, you're going to need to press X, go to add screenshot. Now that you're here, you want to click solid color and add it to the timeline. So now we're on the timeline. You like, oh, it's red. How do I make it black? Simple. While you're hovering over it, you're going to press square, go down to settings, and change the color to black. So now you have just a plain black background. That should be your base. You want to make it longer, so go over to trim clip, make it long so you can have space to work with. Now I'm going to go ahead and hop over on PC, so I'm going to show you guys how to import images to Sharefactory. Alright y'all, so we're on the PC now. What you're going to want to do is when you have a USB plugged into your PC, you're going to see it in your Finder if you're on Mac, or in the applications if you're on a regular PC. And on that USB, you're going to want to click, right click if you're on a regular Microsoft, but if you're on MacBook, click that little cog. You're going to right click and make a new folder. So when you see that folder, you're going to make it, you're going to title that folder Sharefactory. See, I'm doing it, I'm slow as hell, but I'm doing it. What you're going to want to do then, I mean, I'm going to delete mine because I already have Sharefactory on my USB. So it's going to make me, it's going to make me delete it. But go ahead, now that you have your folder titled Sharefactory, what you're going to do is open that folder up. So when that folder is open, you can already see I'm going to have them set up. But you're going to want to do the exact same thing you just did when you added Sharefactory onto the USB. You're going to either right click or you're going to hit the cog if you're on Mac, and it's going to make a new folder. You're going to want to title this folder images. You can see over there that I have images already set up. So I'm going to have to delete that folder again, but you're going to want to go over there, delete the folder. Now you're going to want to take your photo that you have. I'm going to take the exact same logo that I just had. You're going to take the logo. As you can see, it's Rainbow Six Siege. You're going to take the logo and you're going to move it to the images folder on your USB drive. So now that you're here, you got the photo on your USB drive, you're ready to go on to the PS4. Okay, now once you've done all of that on the PC, man, you've got your photo in your images folder. You're going to hop over to the main menu of Sharefactory and you're going to go down to import content, right? When you go to import content, you're going to go over to import images. So now that you're here, I already have a bunch of clips that I've used for previous games, but you're going to go over to the left, this little left side, and you're going to click on import from USB. Now that we're here, you're going to see all this. This doesn't mean nothing. It's still going to be there. That doesn't mean anything. But we're going to be here. You're going to see that there is the Rainbow Six Siege, these pictures I've used for memes, but you want to click X on it to select and then press square to import. Even though I already have this image import, I'm going to re-import it for you guys. So now I have it twice, but there you go. You have it. Now you're going to go back to your project with just a black screen. Now that we're here, you're going to press X on it. you're going to go over to add overlay, right? And you're going to go over down to import images. And you're going to click, of course, I have the Rainbow Six Siege one. I just put it for 10 seconds since I do text afterwards, but you can do whatever you want to do. But since I put text after the logo, you want to put it for like a small duration. Of course, we're going to put it down here. We're going to transform it. I like to press R1 or L1 to make it bigger. Use the right stick to move it around. You can use square to align it to wherever you want to put it at. So I want to put it directly in the middle. Make it a little bit bigger here. And there you go. So you have your title of the video. So if you go back and you look at it, it's Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege on a black background, which is just like our intro right here. So now that we got that far, you're like, okay, that's not the fun part. I want to put effects over my text. I got you. Of course I got you. So obviously if you want to put text afterwards, you can. I'm not going to for the sake of time. But if you want to put text afterwards, you can with more effects just like this. But now that we're here, I'm going to show you guys how to put effects over your text. So we got to hop back over to the PC. But let's go ahead and show you guys. All right, so we're back on our PC. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go onto YouTube. If you have internet access, you're going to go to YouTube. In the search bar, you're going to search up green screen effect. Whatever green screen effect you want, man. You can pick whatever one you want. There's a whole bunch to choose from. I'm going to show you, man. When we're here, yeah, there's a whole bunch to pick from, obviously. The one I use is in that little playlist right there you saw, green screen effects. But there's just a whole bunch to choose from. Pick whichever one you like, whichever one you want. People make them all the time, and they're really good to use. But I use this one right here. This is the one I use. You can see how it's got all those cool moving effects and stuff. What you're going to want to do is go down to share and copy the link. You can see the link right there. Copy that link. Then you want to go up and make a whole new tab. On that tab, type in YouTube to MP4. This is what I use to download. There's only one site that works, and it's YTMP3. That one works really good. I love using that one. You might get an ad every now and then, but other ones will just throw ads at you. You're going to want to right click and paste the link into the search bar and make sure MP4 is clicked. Make sure MP4 is clicked and then hit convert. Now you're just going to wait for the video to finish converting. Once you have, you want to click download. Of course, I got to add, but you'll want to click download. You'll see a download down there in the bottom left hand of my screen. Now from there, you want to go back to the USB on the PC. So now that we're on the USB on here, you're going to want to click on Sharefactory again, from the USB. And you're going to want to make another folder titled videos if you don't have one already. But since I already have one, there it is. You're going to take that file and you're going to upload it to the video section and see it copied up there. You're going to upload it to the video folder on the USB. So once you guys have done all of that, you are ready to hop back onto Sharefactory. Okay, so now that you got your USB plugged back into the PlayStation and you got your video on that folder, you're going to go down again to import content, right? You're going to go over to import videos. Now from here, I have a bunch from me, but you're going to go over here to import from USB just like before. Again, you're going to get this little loading screen, yada, yada, yada. Sometime today, Sharefactory, that would be cool, please. Thank you. So you're going to get this screen again where it says errors encountered. That doesn't matter. It's all there. Don't worry. You're going to find your clip. You know, for me, I already have it, so I'm not going to click it, but this is it right here. You're going to find your clip and press X and then square to import it. So now that it's imported onto your PS4, you're going to head back to your project. So my last project right here. Now that we're here, we're going to add the cool effects onto the background. So you want to make sure it's as far to the beginning as possible for this clip. You're going to then press X. Okay. Now when you press X, you're going to go over to add track 2. So now we're here adding track 2. We're going to press X on the record button, and then we're going to go over to add clip. So now that we're here, we are going to go find the video that we just imported. I gotta go find it. It should be green screen. Where is it at? It's that white one. It's right here. So we got the clip. When you just start off, it's gonna look like this up there in the top corner. That's not what we want. So we're gonna go over to edit track 2. Press square on it to edit it out. We're gonna change the picture-in-picture layout to full screen. So it's over the entirety of the screen. Also, there's that annoying music in the background. If you want to take off the music, just go to clip volume, put it all the way to 0, and you're good. So now when you go to the game, it's going to look like this. obviously you want just the effects. So again, when you go to edit the track, you're going to press, and before you press anything, you're going to press triangle. Okay, so now that you're here, it's the green screen editor. You're going to press X on the green screen editor, go over and change it to green screen. So now in the background, you will see those weird checkered. That means it's transparent, and the only thing that pops up is the effects, obviously. So what you're going to want to do now is there's going to be these little annoying green edges. You're going to press square, go to settings, and turn the tolerance up. You don't want to put it at max because it'll just turn all the effects off. You're going to put a little bit less than max so you get most of the green, and then you're going to turn the feathering all the way up. So that will get it as pinpoint as I can. So you should have the effects ready. So now when you go to watch it, there you go. You got your green screen edit with the cool little effects in the background. So there's that. So now that you got your background, your text, you got your effects, what you're going to want to do now is put some music. Like my other clip, you got that stuff. What I'm going to do is add a different song this time. I'm going to go over, you're going to press X to add. You're going to go to add music. And now I got all these sound effects and stuff. Those will come in handy for future videos, but we'll come back to those. Right now, I'm just going to put in a song that I have. Any song. I don't think it really matters. Let's just do my editing song so you guys can see it. So since there's no voices being talked, you don't want to turn the volume up, turn the volume down on the song. You just want the song to be playing. So this is what it's going to look like right here. Of course, you got all the After Effects. Now, what you want to do at this point, if you want to add text, go ahead and add text. If you want to turn off the effects, you're just going to want to go to Edit Track 2 and then press square. You're going to want to go to Split Clip. And let's just say I don't want those annoying blue lights. You're going to want to find the frame where they're not there and press X to split it. So now that it's split, you're going to go over to the part that you don't want and press square to delete it. So now that's deleted. So now we just got the regular effects without the annoying blue ones. See what I mean? So obviously you don't want your overall clip to be that long. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to the trim, and we're gonna get as close as possible to the end of the yellow as we can. R1 and R2 do the fine tunings on the right side, and L1 and L2 do the fine tunings on the beginning. So you want to get as close to that yellow as you possibly can. For me, at least, since I have no text, if you have text, you're going to want the screenshot to be a little bit longer. And we're going to trim it to that long right there. That's perfect. So now we got just the intro with the background and the music and the effects. Now, obviously, you don't want the music to be that long in your intro if you have intro music. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to Square, Edit Music. Now that we're on Edit Music, we're going to do the same thing we just did on track 2. We're going to find the frame where it changes. Right here, you're going to press square on it and then press X to split music. Then you're going to press X to split again, confirm the split, and then you're going to go over to the music that you don't want, all this junk, and you're going to want to press square to delete it. So now we just have our clip with music. You guys can see that. Now again, if you're putting text on the back end, you're going to want to keep the music going, but we're going to get into the text in a second. So now that you got your intro with your background and your effects and your music, you can put whatever song you want. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to implement text. So we're going to add screenshot. Of course you don't have to do this. Oh, it's over there. Whoops. Of course you don't have to do this if you don't want to. I'm just going to show you guys for the sake of time. Of course we're going to put black background. Black background. Now to add text, we're just going to add the word text. So to add text on the PS4, you're going to want to press X where you want the text to appear at. Go to add overlay. Now when you're at add overlay, you're going to go down to text. Now that we're on text, you pick your font and your size. So left being the biggest, right being the smallest, middle is right in the middle. I tend to go, in the intro, I tend to go middle in this font right here. Amber Alert, hello. But I tend to go mid font right here. You can do whatever font you want. Of course, it's up to you. Let's pick a different font this time. Let's go with this. And we're gonna write the word in all caps. I do it. We're just gonna write text. Of course, duration. You want to do whatever duration you want. Transform it. You can move it around. Again, square puts it to the left, then to the middle, and then to the right. If you want it centered and perfect, I just move it around, do whatever. We're just gonna put the word text right here. R1 and L1 and shrinks and enlarges it. Do whatever you want to do with that. You can change the effect if you want, the color, all that. I'll just change the color for you because why not? We'll make it yellow, put an effect on it because why not? Let's just do that. It doesn't matter. You can go through, pick whatever you want to do. But that is how you add text. Now, if you want to make text do like I do and disappear at a certain time, you're going to go to edit overlays. You're going to press square on the text and then go to text duration. Obviously. You can use the right stick to move it to where it appears where it's really short and just disappears, or you can have it all the way across if you want. You can do that if you want so it stays on the clip. That's how you do text, man. So other than that, you guys pretty much have the intro dead and gone. It's finished. If you want to add sound effects, we'll get into that in a future video, but here is our final product, man. You can go ahead and take a look. If you guys have any questions, man, feel free to ask down below. I'm going to put out another video tomorrow on how to edit on PS4. If you guys love this, be sure to leave that thumbs up, share it with your friends. That's pretty much it, man. You guys now know how to make an intro.